Hello and welcome to my third YouTube video. This is Alex12345 and thank you so much for watching. Today we are going to be doing Clash Royale again. I will be doing more games soon. So today's video is going to be about tips and tricks for lower arena players. So being a lower arena player, you don't have too much access to building cards. So let's begin a deck. And I'm gonna be only using cards from up to Arena 1 in this episode. So I will not be showing any certain amount of cards. So if you're a free-to-play new player, you'll probably have a deck something like this. If you get the Witch for your first epic, well, that's pretty awesome. So the Witch has its pros and cons. It's actually pretty good, actually. Some pros to her are that she spawns skeletons and she does area damage. And if you in the future, when you get to higher arenas like Jungle Arena, you'll have a lot more cards where you can get like Mirror and Clone and Tornado. So for making one of these decks, I really like this card. It's very useful. So you're gonna always want to have a tank. You're gonna probably want to have a tank because tanks are, well, tanky. So let's say if you didn't have the Witch, that's okay. They're still good cards. And the Witch shouldn't be the card you want because it might be not your playstyle. So we're gonna start with a deck with one tank and then some support cards. What's the difference between tanks and support cards? Well, let me show you. Tank cards are cards that can really shield up. There are many different types of cards. So for a deck, you want to have something good. A tank, which would be this, and support, and also some spells. I'm fighting a trainer, so the trainer probably doesn't do best to see. Now, the bomber is very useful because it throws it and does area damage, unlike the Valkyrie, which she's pretty good. She's tanky. So I normally wouldn't do. Oh my goodness, I kind of forgot he was a computer. So and also, in order to win battles, you're gonna want to play good. You don't want to just play random cards. You should have always a good purpose. Whether it's to cycle, whether it's to support. But you don't want to just play random cards just because they're there. Now, if you may have already noticed, there's a little bar that is expanding, and then when I place a card, it shrinks. This is my elixir bar, and you might also notice on the cards they also have elixir. Now, every card costs elixir. Even there's no such thing as a cost 0 card, with the exception of the Mirror, but that in a way it can cost anywhere from 2 elixir to 10. So you want to make sure you don't want to do a pure tank. Although I have that problem too. In order to avoid this, you probably want to just play defense. Only you should play pure cards without a tank to support. If you are full on elixir. You never wanna be at 10. You never wanna be at 0. Unless it's a very good push, and there are exceptions. See, tanks are... Now this is a tank and a good damage dealer. It could work both as a support card, so the difference between support cards is usually support cards do more damage than the tank, in a way, I guess. Well, tank cards are just there to support, for protection of the support cards. There are certain cards like glass cannons and other things. There's defensive cards and there's offensive cards. And there's cards that can work okay on both defense and offense. So you want to make sure you have a deck that has at least one spell, at least one way of attacking air. And when I mean spell, I mean splash damage. And you also want to make sure you have support cards and a tank. Probably at least 1 or 2 that can attack air, 2 that are combat, and 1 swarm card. If you don't have any swarm cards, just find the one that gives you the most. As long as it's for a reasonable elixir. So, here's some tips. Here's some things you want to avoid. I've already told you, but it's very important. Oh wait, never mind. I'm pretty sure I already know. So, let's learn about elixir, which I've already said, but elixir is very important. I've already told you, you never want to be at 0, and you never want to be over 10, I mean, is what I meant. So that was probably not my best placement, but I think we're okay. It did split them apart, so I guess that actually wasn't too bad. So placement is very important. For example, you don't want to place... I probably wouldn't have wanted to place the bomber right inside the goblins. That would have probably killed it. Didn't he have a level 6 wizard? Okay, so I'm gonna support. Okay, he's gonna zap, or it's gonna zap. Although the computer should probably save zap for this. Now zap is a pretty good card too. It's so good they nerfed it. What nerfing is, it's basically, let's say a card is strong, they make it weaker. So the reason why they do nerfs is, and don't just leave it, is because they want to make the game still interesting for starters. Okay, so you can get the barbarians in arena free, along with the expo, which is currently the only epic building in the game, I think. So good support. This good for countering it, and now he has to deal with that. Unless he's willing to take a lot of damage. And then I'm just gonna lightning it. I mean, as I know it's not positive, but I did get tower damage. There are some times when it's okay to do, but you don't want to do it all the time. Now, positive elixir traits. For example, if the wizard costs 5, and I defeat it with my level 4, who has more? If we're both at 10, he places a wizard which costs 5. Then I use fireball against his wizard which costs 4. Who has more elixir? Me or him? Or her? I would. Unless I did something else. So, positive elixir trading is very vital. It allows you to overwhelm your opponent. So, and it will really help you win. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of that. That looks so cool. So, there are very important placements which I've already said. So I'm gonna do one more battle, and then I will end the video. May say a thank you. Well, yes, I will say a thank you. By the way, thank you for watching this far. If you're still with me. If not, I'm sorry. I put something that wasn't interesting to you. Okay, so I'm trying to lure it away, and then I'm going to place the archers. I know that was probably a negative elixir trade, but I think I'll be okay, because I do believe one will get a hit. Now this will be a positive elixir trade, like I've already said. So you want to avoid placing a mini P.E.K.K.A. in the middle of a skeleton army. But you do want to place a skeleton army to counter the P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. I mean. And, oh wait, I should have probably put something to support. So, placement. Okay. This computer is not very intelligent. And again, it's not trainer cheddar. And trainer cheddar is a trainer that you unlock at 500 trophies, I do believe. So it's very, very important placement. You want to avoid doing that. You want to surround. And just remember, sometimes it's okay it's okay to leave only sometimes, not always, an enemy to do damage to your tower. For example, these guys, the spear goblins don't do that much damage, and if you leave them unattended, they'll die pretty soon, and you'll be 2 elixir ahead of your opponent. So, yeah. So I will be talking more about different cards sooner or later, and how to use them and how to counter them. For example, I may do skeleton army. Oh wow, okay. See that? That's a P.E.K.K.A. Unlockable in Arena 4. It's an epic. Fun fact: there was actually a never level card other than epic. It is called legendary. First one, it's even possibly unlockable at Arena 4, I do believe. Unless you somehow get lucky and get a legendary chest. Oh, and look, there's a free chest. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Please leave a subscribe. And this is Alex123455 signing off. Goodbye.